You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the July 7th meeting for the Michigan City Port Authority Commission. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Good afternoon. This is the Michigan City Port Authority. The first thing we do here is we approve or correction of June 16th, 2025 meeting minutes.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from June 16, 2025 as presented.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. Comments from the public? Anybody got anything to say, Tim? No? Tim Frame, report from the Harbor Master.
All right, since last time, you'll notice, maybe when you came in, it was quiet. So NIPSCO finished driving their sheet piling on June 28th. And I just got an update from them today. So the next step, they will trim the ones that are not all the way down to a uniform height. And then they're going to start filling the space in between the old wall and the new wall with concrete. And they expect that to take about the next month. And they hope to have that work barge and stuff out of the way before boat race. The rest of it, I think they can do from the land side. So that was good. The fireworks were last Friday. As you may or may not know, we assist with that by picking up the launch tubes and all the equipment from the launch ramp at Washington Park and ferrying it out halfway down the pier on our work barge. And then the pyro guys set it all up. And then after the fireworks, we go out there, they load it all back on the barge, and we give them a ride back up to the launch ramp where they load it all back in their truck. So that went off without any issues. It was busy on Friday. We didn't have any major malfunctions Saturday or Sunday.
That's good.
And today we're back to continuing with our routine maintenance work like we normally do in July. So unless anybody has any questions, I'll leave it at that.
Just to comment on some of the, not dredging, but the Corps talked about, and maybe you had briefed us on this, and I'm not sure I remember. Around the lighthouse, they were going to build that up. There was talk that they were going to try to do that this year. Did that get put off?
It's 2026.
What do you think?
Yeah. So next summer, they'll be rebuilding the north side of the pier. And I also asked about the stone on the outer break wall. You know, I thought they were going to do the whole thing, and they just basically did both ends or 2/3 of it. So it'll be another project to come back and do the middle.
Okay.
Right now, they don't have anything close to ready for that, but they are planning on eventually filling that in.
Is that going to be this year or next year?
Probably even after that.
When you say the north side of the pier, you mean after the angle?
Well, you get to the lighthouse.
Yeah, okay, that,
And then go around the back side.
gotcha.
Yeah. Where
Thank
the wave breakers are and the concrete's deteriorated on that far side, yeah, they're gonna redo all that.
Much painting need to be done out there this year yet?
Minimal.
Good. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Yeah, maybe curious for my own curiosity, maybe Terry knows. When they try to pour concrete between the two, do they have to pump that water that's in between them
I
out?
believe
Have you
so.
ever seen them do it, or?
I've not seen him do it, but he did say they have to do it in, he either said 4 or 7 section, yeah. They can't just do it all at once. So I would bet they will have to try to de-water that, or they're using something that can tolerate being in the water.
Curious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions? Okay, we'll move on. Mary Ann is not here today. I don't know if you have a report for her.
No, no report. Things are normal in the office.
Okay. Sam Ferguson, report from Budget and Finance Oversight.
I've got a couple things very briefly, both of them. First one, try to keep the board updated on where we are, our expenses, expenditures, and our revenues we come in. We're halfway through the year, and I can nicely say that our revenue is right on tap on how it normally comes in, because it comes in different phases. We get a lot in the fall, and then a lot in the spring, and not a lot during the rest of the year. And our expenditures are pretty high in the summertime, obviously, for the things we do, but everything is looking really good for another good year expense-wise. So with that, and I'll keep you updated probably on a quarterly basis like that, let you know if there's any problems developing. Taking a look at the bills to be paid, everything's pretty good just on the front cover page. That lists all but about, they're listed $3,100 is on the second page. But everything else is right here, and you can see that almost half of it is pushing the fuel towards the top. Supplies coming in, the normal bills, water, lawn service, security, and more security. And we got a couple of NIPSCO bills for $16,000 there, which is pretty typical. Trash service and some landscaping. Those are all very typical amounts as they fall in. So without any further discussion on that, I'll make a motion that we accept these bills as stated for the $104,598.98.
Second the motion? Say,
Any questions? Any discussion? All in favor?
aye.
Yes. John Haynes is not here today. Socrates is not here today. Do you have anything to report from him?
No, just standard stuff, nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay, Dan Messina, Road Communications, Special Events.
I had one, I don't know if I'll call it complaint, but the ice machine, once again, ran out during the weekend or during the holiday, like 11 o'clock, I don't know, Saturday morning or something is what I was told. And there was no one around that can fill the machines, or I don't know what the situation is, but I said I would report it.
Yeah, it's dead.
It's what?
It's dead.
The machine is? Oh. Okay.
Compressor's dead.
Oh, that's one of those things that we had a hard time even trying to replace a few years ago, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. So what are our plans?
Well, we're trying to get another one.
Okay.
Yeah. The HVAC guy is supposed to give us a quote on replacing that compressor. And in the meantime, we're looking for another
Sure.
ice machine to put there by the fish cleaning station.
Okay. I don't know if it's worth putting a notice, or maybe you already have on the machine that it's out of order.
Yep, it's already there.
So that's smart.
Now, we had a portable one stationed out there the last couple of years occasionally on the parking lot
For
side
the
of the fence.
fishing tournament,
Yeah,
for the fish tournament, yeah.
is that an option, it's something to look at?
Well, it's not a vendor, so
Okay,
you'd have to have somebody there
I understand.
to take bags out. Yeah.
Just mentioning it.
Yeah, you have to open each time.
That's in your business.
There's no collection or change or anything for it. That's basically all I had. They said the weekend was pretty eventful down there, a lot going on. People seem to conduct themselves really well, so I have nothing else.
Any other questions for Dan? No questions, we'll move on here. I have nothing to report, Master Planning and Special Projects, Park Liaison. I have nothing to say. I'm good. Chris Cypress, Advertising and Public Relations.
Nothing to report at this time.
Where do we stand on our signs and stuff?
Tim let me know today that they are up. So
The
those,
signs are up.
yep, they got them up.
How many of them?
Do you know do we use them all?
We used them all.
Okay.
I want to say there were 3 of the big ones.
Yep,
So
and then there's like 8 little ones.
Yeah, 8 small ones. Tried to evenly space them from the Coast Guard fence down to the corner.
Have you had any complaints from anybody?
Not yet.
Not yet, I haven't gotten any phone calls on it yet.
No.
I think,
But I don't think it's been tested yet.
yeah, I'm wondering how many people are going to abide by it. That's a big concern, so. Just have to wait and see.
Yep.
All right. Is that it?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Attorney report.
Well, I received a letter dated June 25th, 2025 from the Duneland Group advising that the Duneland Group had done a survey of the Yacht Club building, or what they refer to as Bartlett's Fish Camp Restaurant, and that they have filed the survey with the LaPorte County surveyor. There's a statute which governs all of this, and it provides that any adjoining landowner has the right to appeal, to object to the survey within 180 days of the filing of the survey. I have not yet had a chance to look over the survey, but I understand from a brief comment by Mr. Frame that they essentially are trying to knock off a portion of the land that from our survey we believe is under the jurisdiction of the Port Authority. And Tim, do you know where that?
Well, if you look on that map,
Yeah.
you'll see a dotted line rectangle that kind of overlaps on the outline of the building.
Okay.
That is what we show as the property line.
Okay.
What they're doing is moving it out to the stone wall all the way around the perimeter. So you see the heavy print line?
Yes.
Yep, out on the, yeah, right. So they're moving it from that center rectangle out to there, which basically covers the majority of the area that we're currently leasing to them.
Okay. So I received notice of this from Amber LePage, who's the city attorney, and so I intend to coordinate and confer with her about what the response will be. Perhaps, and maybe the city is going to do this already, I don't know, but there will probably be a competing survey, and then if we appeal, either the Port Authority or the city, in all likelihood, somebody is going to have to engage another surveyor, maybe Tate Surveyors or somebody else, to advocate on behalf of the city and or the Port Authority as to its version of the survey and which one is correct. But like I said, I'll get in touch with Amber and find out what the city's position is and how it intends to approach this and coordinate with her on that front. Yes?
What, does the letter itself state what the purpose of all this is, the underlying purpose?
It does not. The letter came from the surveyor, just giving bare bones notice that they had completed a survey and that the survey has been filed or is going to be filed with the LaPorte County surveyor.
Are we to assume that it's probably because of the purchase of the building from the 12 on the Lake Group?
But my guess is that it's related to the lease.
Well, related to the lease.
Yes, and that they want to say that they own the property that we are leasing to them.
Okay.
That's my suspicion.
Who provided that survey?
We understand that it was commissioned by the Yacht Club.
The Yacht Club.
Yeah.
The yacht club being which of the 3 entities?
The current Yacht Club entity. Yeah. That's my belief and understanding.
Stay tuned, right?
Right. Indeed. And then after this meeting, the committee that was established to put together a pavilion rental or license agreement is going to meet and try to work out some of the issues that we've all identified related to the agreement, try to perhaps cut it down a little bit. I think it's almost, 9, 10 pages, maybe 9 pages, 7 pages, but probably a little longer than we need for our purposes, but we'll bounce around some ideas and see if we can get something soon that can be presented to the board. I don't know if it'll be ready by the next meeting, but maybe the meeting after that is my suggestion.
So right now, we don't have a date set for that, for us to go through it,
Not yet,
not yet.
yeah.
Okay.
And that's all I have.
Do we need to set a date?
Well, it depends on how much progress we make tonight. If we can make substantial progress, then we might have something to present to the board at the next meeting. But I don't want to make promises that we might not be able to keep.
Okay. Any other questions for the attorney? No? Do I have a motion?
Get some old business, maybe,
Oh, yeah, I forgot that. I did. Old business.
For old business, I'd like to address the board about the proposed 2025 scavenger hunt. That is not going to be happening this year, so I just want to make a note of it, and that perhaps we can look into this for 2026 if I can get more participation, that's a big word. And, you know, a little bit more help, I suppose, is what I'm asking for from the board if we decide to move on with that in 2026. I still have all the correspondences that were not sent out. There were no donations in kind given to me because I did not solicit them, so there's nothing really at this time to move forward with a 2025 scavenger hunt.
Well, it wasn't tabled, so we don't have to.
Right. I just want to make the board aware that it's not going to be happening this year. So I make a motion that the 2025 proposed scavenger hunt will not be happening and is just removed from this board's business at this time.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Yeah. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Guest recognition. Anything? Mike? Mike?
No.
No? Now I need a motion.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned.
Well,
17.